So this video is going to be the first of many that I do around money mindset and manifestation, and I wanted to share this one very quickly because I noticed this popping up in my life very quickly and at a much quicker changing pace than a lot of people would expect. I think a lot of people go into trying to master their money mindset thinking that it's this long, tasking, persistent, like diligent work that they have to do, this meditation that they must do every day or else they won't get the monetary success that they're looking for. Something that's happened to me recently is a very quick interpretation that I'm not soon to forget. As I talk about on some of these videos, a lot of things that do stress me out in my own inner critic and in my own inner monologue are strictly money related. And I do have a sort of blueprinted scarcity mindset like so many people do. Most of us don't get a financial education of any type in our upbringing, so it's a natural part of so much of the common Western life, and I'm sure common Eastern life too. I just don't live there. Anyways, this all came up last week, and just over the weekend, my wife and I, we played a show. We got a fair offer money gig, but as we're continuing to see inflation affect us in our daily lives and the economy, we realized that we sort of under asked for this show that we were going to play. We were asked to be put on for what was originally like a 40-minute set, got turned into an ask for two 40-minute sets that we had to play, which ended up being about an hour and a half of music that we had to fill. And then even on the bill, we were booked for 2 hours. And we had made this arrangement that we would do it for $200, which, you know, is maybe fine if it's for a friend. It's maybe enough if it's just down the block or something like that. But the fact of the matter is that we had to drive about 60 miles to perform this gig. We had to, it takes pretty diligent practice to get your voice primed for 90 minutes of music, especially for my wife, Marie. She has a very strong but distinct voice that does take a lot of energy to output without damaging the voice as well. So anyways, my point is that there was a lot of time and energy put into this particular set, and we were only getting $200 for it. And we were driving up to the show really just frustrated at ourselves and beating ourselves up about how, it's not worth it. We put in so much time and effort and we're only getting this $200. It hardly seems like a reciprocal, a genuinely reciprocal situation. So we had an afternoon of kind of just soothing about that, seething about that maybe. I don't think soothing is the word. The next day we came around, it was time to do the show. We woke up in the morning and I had said the prior evening that it's not worth trying to renegotiate. It's not worth trying to reframe this, it is what it is. If it goes over well, we can charge more the next time, so on and so on. That morning we woke up and the whole mantra was, you know what? Let's put on a $400 experience and we'll get $400. Let's act as if it's already there. What would change our demeanor about this? What would change our energetic output about this set? And that would be to give the audience what we considered a $400 worthy set, and we will be reciprocated. So we went out. We almost got rained out for a little bit, but we played our 90-minute set. It was out on a little patio party. It was very beautiful out in Colorado that day. Besides the little rain scare, that's fine. There's a lot of rain that moves in and out. Commonly in Colorado, rains come in and they disappear within 15 minutes. It's not always the case, but it was this day. So outdoor patio party set, everyone was having a good time. We got to be the live background music, and we just had fun doing it. We put good energy into it. We did not stress ourselves. I wasn't sitting there playing a set thinking, oh, this isn't worth it. The money that I'm getting paid is not worth it. I knew there was friends out there. I knew there was people who didn't know us that were enjoying their time, and that's all that mattered to me. You know, I had a good time playing the music. Even though these are cover songs that we play, we've reinterpreted them in a way that we really enjoy, and something that speaks to the nature of how we like to create and make it our own original thing. And it was a blast. And ultimately, at the end of it, it happened slowly, but you know, people started coming up and tipping us. There's always a QR code or a tip jar at these things, and we noticed very quickly, probably about an hour or two after we had played our set, we got our $200 check paid to us from the venue, and we looked at our Venmo account, and I think I was given $20. I had $20 cash sitting in my pocket. We looked at our Venmo, there was an extra $210 sitting in there from donations from people who were out at the show. So that is we're marveling at that just a little bit, at how we just set the intention of providing $400 of entertainment, ultimately believing in that, receiving the $400 of entertainment actually came in that almost down to the exact number value, and it was a success. I didn't feel the money despair that I usually feel. I didn't feel insecure about my worth and my value and undercutting myself or anything like that. And I am putting this video out there to remind you that it's possible, and remind myself that when I do feel insecure about my financial stability, when I feel like I'm not worthy enough to have more money, that there are very real things that can switch in an instant that will bring money into your life. And at the end of the day, I'm the only one, or we in our situation, we are the only ones who are blocking ourselves from money. And that is often the case. And I will share more experiences of this because I do have more experience of this. So I hope y'all have a beautiful day and manifest what you deserve in your life. 100%. Peace.